On behalf of the Maritime Athletic Department, we want to welcome you to SUNY Maritime College. This presentation should give you a good amount of information on our department here in athletics, as well as the different offerings for recreational activities. It'll say at the end, if you have any questions, please make sure to reach out via email, which you can find on our website, and the address will be at the end. A little bit about our department. So we offer 17 varsity sports, which on a yearly basis the number changes, but it's usually a little bit above 350 of the students here on campus are athletes. Almost all of these sports are competing at the Division III level in the NCAA. There are a couple sports that are in their own organization, such as sailing and men's rowing. But the other sports are all at the Division III level, which means nobody is on an athletic scholarship. Everybody is here like anybody else who's on the campus. The majority of our sports compete in the Skyline Conference, made up of mostly Long Island and New York City area teams. And our football team competes in the NUMAC, which is new this year. Sailing is its own entity and its own league, as well as rowing. Just to go over the different varsity sports that are offered, on the men's side, we have football, soccer, cross country, rowing, basketball, swimming and diving, baseball, and lacrosse. On the women's side, we offer cross country, soccer, volleyball, rowing, basketball, swimming and diving, and lacrosse. And then the co-ed teams are both the sailing team, so the dinghy sailing team and the offshore sailing team. Again, these are the varsity sports that are sponsored here at Maritime and part of our athletic department. In order to be a student athlete here, there are certain regulations that everybody has to meet in order to be able to participate. The first one is you must be enrolled as a full-time student here at Maritime and in one of the 4-year programs. If you're in one of the associate programs, there is a way to participate, which would have to be cleared by our compliance administrator. Typically, that's not a ton of students, but if that does fit your description, then we can try to work with you. Additionally, once you're here, after your first semester, you have to maintain a cumulative GPA of 2.0 or greater. Before you start participating, you have to be medically cleared through our sports medicine office. And then you also have to complete all the NCAA paperwork through the compliance office. Again, all of that is done before you're allowed to practice or compete and cleared by our administration. Just some questions that we typically see when it comes to sports and incoming students. In regards to how you can join a varsity team, every team's a bit different. So some sports have available roster spots. Some sports have already recruited those spots and have full rosters. The easiest way to figure this out is to email the head coach of that program, which you can find in our staff directory on our Maritime Athletics website, and just tell them about yourself and that you're interested. Typically, those coaches will be able to meet with you and give you a tryout. What I will say is if you're interested in one of the fall sports, so if you're interested in football, any of the soccers, volleyball, rowing, cross country, sailing even, you're going to want to email those coaches as soon as possible because a good amount of those sports move in before the rest of the student population because they start practicing. So if that is something that interests you and you haven't been in contact with those coaches, please make sure you reach out. In regards to regimental civilian lifestyle, our athletes are a mix of everything. You can certainly be a student athlete, be in the regiment. We have a combination of all students, and yes, you'll be busy, depending on your major, but it is all very doable. And then lastly, there are other ways that we have where you can be a part of our department and not necessarily be a student athlete. Each team has managerial opportunities. We also offer different campus jobs within our department. So there are different ways that you can be a part of it. In terms of recreation, the building that we're in, that athletics is located in, so Reisenberg it's called, that hosts our workout facilities, so our general weight room and cardio room. It hosts the varsity weight room. It hosts the basketball court and the swimming pool. And then behind it is the multi-purpose field and the baseball field. So we have a lot going on over here. All of those facilities, with the exception of the baseball field, are open to students, faculty, and staff whenever you would like to go out there. The exceptions are when there's a team practicing or competing. Also in recreation are club sports that are offered. Hockey, rugby, rifle, and a new one is golf. Those are all pretty consistent competing clubs. They are under student affairs, and it is different in that the regulations and the expectations are different from the varsity sports, but they're still very good options. You'll find out more about those when you get here in the fall. And then we also offer some intramural sports throughout the year. Flag football and basketball are pretty consistent. We've done soccer, we've done can jam, we've done spike ball, we've done some other stuff. So again, you'll see more of a schedule as you get closer to the start of the fall semester. I just discussed it a little bit, but the facilities, you can see some of the pictures. Indoor wise, general weight room, cardio room, varsity weight room, the basketball gym, there's a racquetball court, a dance studio, and the swimming pool. And then outside, we have the multi-purpose field, the baseball field. There's also a sand volleyball court, and there's a running track that surrounds campus, which is about 1.5 miles. Lastly, just some different questions that we typically see as it comes to recreation. The hours of operation of the building. Monday through Friday, it's almost always 6 a.m. through 11 p.m. The weekend hours will change depending on the time of the year, but you'll get notices and you'll see it on our website as far as what those are. As I mentioned earlier, yes, you can use the facilities at any time. The only exception would be, there's actually two exceptions. The baseball field and then the swimming pool is not an anytime thing. That's only when there's open swim available. So, but the other facilities are open to all students, faculty, and staff as long as there's not a team practicing or competing at that time. And I just mentioned the open swim hours. So that should give you a little bit about our department and the recreational opportunities that we offer. If you have questions, please go to maritimeathletics.com. And if you go to the staff directory, you'll find the athletic director, that's me, Mike Birkin. You'll find all the coaches and really any of the other information you need. Again, we want to welcome you to Maritime, and we look forward to seeing you in the fall.